The first African man to set foot in what is now the United States, Juan Garrido, predates the Mayflower by over 100 years. Born around 1487, some believe him to be a formerly enslaved Congolese man, others an emissary for an African king. Either way, he moved to Portugal, then to Spain, and converted to Christianity. At the age of 15, he joined a veteran of Columbus's second voyage, the fortune seeker Juan Ponce de León, on a Caribbean expedition in 1503, and participated in the conquest of Boriquén, now Puerto Rico. So violent was Ponce de León's subsequent governorship that his use of attack dogs, perros, found itself reflected in a new word, aperrear. Garrido also participated in the conquest of Cuba, Guadeloupe, and Dominica. On April 3, 1513, Ponce de León's quest for riches led him and Garrido to first set foot on what the Spanish named La Florida, Florida. The indigenous Calusa fought them away, as Ponce de León wished to enslave them at Caribbean encomiendas. 200 men returned in 1521, and the Calusa defeated them in battle again, killing Ponce de León himself with a poisoned arrow to the thigh. After his visit to Florida, Juan Garrido joined conquistador Hernando Cortés on the Spanish conquest of Mexico in 1519, witnessing the Catholic baptism of 20 Nahua women gifted to the Spanish as a peace offering by the coastal Tabascans. Cortés distributed these new Christians among his captains. One of these slaves, Malinche, Marina, or La Malinche, served as an interpreter for Cortés and even bore him a son. She spoke several languages, Nahuatl, Chontal Maya, and Yucatec Maya, from being sold into slavery across Mesoamerica from a young age, and even High Court Nahuatl, a sign of a childhood spent in a Nahua nobleman's home. She quickly picked up Spanish. This polyglottism served Cortés well, as he sought to conquer the dominant Nahuatl-speaking Triple Alliance, aka the Aztecs, aka the Mexica, originally from the north, but now headquartered in Tenochtitlan, an island city in Lake Texcoco, connected to the mainland by long causeways. It boasted running water, colossal pyramids, and an ingenious agricultural system still visible in Xochimilco today. From his palace, Emperor Moctezuma oversaw a network of tributary states and waged war on those who did not bend before him. Many images of Cortés in Mexico featured La Malinche by his side. The Emperor Moctezuma addressed all royal missives to the Spanish to Malinche. Even the word Malinche came to refer to both her and Cortés. Her linguistic abilities enabled Cortés to form alliances with the enemies of the Imperial Triple Alliance, namely the Tlaxcalans, who provided hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Emperor Moctezuma was killed amidst the Spanish invasion, and after a final 2-month siege of Tenochtitlan, in one of the most decisive battles in the history of the Americas, the Spanish defeated the Triple Alliance with the help of a smallpox epidemic. Cortés established New Spain in 1521, building Mexico City out of the stones of the fallen Aztec capital. Was La Malinche treasonous to her people? What did she owe a society that had already sold her into slavery? Was she also not under the violent coercion of her Spanish captors? La Malinche epitomizes the complexity of this collision of cultures. Juan Garrido, now a formal Spanish citizen and government employee, settled in a small house plot outside Mexico City. He built a chapel in honor of fallen Spanish soldiers, married, fathered 3 children, and allegedly planted the first wheat in the New World. He joined a few more expeditions in the 1520s and 30s, including that of Cortés, which landed on Baja California for the first time. Toward the end of his life, he fought several legal battles to recover unpaid salary and presented his request for a pension to Charles V himself in Spain. Juan Garrido died in Mexico somewhere between 1547 and 1550, likely due to an epidemic. While he may have been one of the first conquistadors to set foot in the future US, its first European settlement and slave rebellion were soon to come.